Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. It is episode 98. It is brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. And guys, my personal pick, the guy that I thought was going to be on the MLB The Show cover, was Julio Rodriguez, the guy that just won AL Rookie of the Year. It turned out to be Jazz Chisholm, and that's totally fine, but it got me thinking, are the Rookie of the Year winners destined for greatness at the end of their career? Today we're talking about Rookie of the Year winners and how many of them have made it to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Since the award was first given out in 1947, there have been 160 different MLB players to win Rookie of the Year, and there's only 19 of those award winners that are currently in the Baseball Hall of Fame. So that's 19 out of 160, which is good for an 11.8% clip. Now keep in mind, there's a number of Rookie of the Year winners who have just retired and need that 5-year gap before they're eligible to get elected into the Hall of Fame. So a lot of them haven't even hit the ballots yet. The full list of guys that are in the Hall after winning Rookie of the Year shouldn't be surprising at all. The oldest one is Jackie Robinson. You got Willie Mays back there as well, Frank Robinson, Orlando Cepeda. And then if you go to the more recent years, you have guys like Scott Rowland, who just got inducted this year, as well as Derek Jeter, Mike Piazza, Jeff Bagwell, all recent inductees, all very deserving, and all former Rookie of the Year winners. So if we take that 1.5% and we take that 11.8%, we can kind of roughly say that if you win Rookie of the Year, your chances of getting into the Hall of Fame at the end of your career go up about 10%. So you're 10 times as likely to be a Hall of Famer if you win the Rookie of the Year award. This has been Math Class with Jolly Olive. A really fun stat is that both Rookie of the Year winners from the same year have both made the Hall of Fame together twice in MLB history. It's only happened in 2 years, meaning 4 winners total. In 1967, Rod Carew of the Twins, playing second base, won the AL Rookie of the Year, and that same year, Tom Seaver of my Mets was named the National League Rookie of the Year, and both of these guys would make it to Cooperstown by the end of their career. Carew was inducted in 1991, Seaver was inducted in 1992, so they almost went in on the same year as well. And if you go back even further to 1956, you'll find that the American League winner of that year, Luis Aparicio, the White Sox shortstop, as well as Frank Robinson, who was playing outfield for the Reds at the time, he won in the National League. Both of these guys would make it to the Hall of Fame at the end of their careers. This time separated by 2 years. Aparicio was in 1984. He was also the first Venezuelan player to ever get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then Frank Robinson was back in 1982. And here's a little fun fact to close out today's show. San Francisco once had 2 separate rookie first basemen win Rookie of the Year in back-to-back years in 1958 and 1959. Orlando Cepeda came first, then Willie McCovey after him, and both of those guys made the Hall of Fame. So yeah, making the Hall of Fame is obviously no easy feat, but if you want to get a leg up and heighten your chances, winning the Rookie of the Year award is probably a good start. And that goes for any sport, including basketball, which you can bet on right now at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Football season is over, but basketball season is in full swing, and baseball season is right around the corner, and there's plenty of areas you can bet on right now at the DraftKings Sportsbook. You can download their free and easy-to-use app now, and if you use today's promo code STATS, you can bet at least $5 on a pregame money line for any basketball game, and you'll receive an additional $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. You can use that bonus bet money on same-game parlays, where you can combine multiple bets from one game, like which team will score first or which team will be winning at halftime, and use that for an even bigger payout by the end of the game. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code STATS, bet $5 on any pregame money line, and get $150 in bonus bets if that bet cashes. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code STATS. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's episode, as always. And guys, we will see you next week for another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter.